Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Door is probably what you should have hidden because, like I said, you saw a little bit moving up ahead. The movement that you saw up ahead there, Oscar, was not just ahead of you, but ahead of you to both your a bit to the side and straight ahead. That you were. My apologies. The movement that you saw up ahead was a little bit off to your side. You immediately would have turned your guard towards it, and as you kind of turned your guard towards it, making it pretty apparent that you had seen the danger that was there, you heard a little bit of shuffling to your other side. I'm going to switch over to a map overlay so everybody can see where things are, and we should be good to go. The minis we're using are very temporary for right now until everybody finds minis that they love. This kind of system is designed to be used for a very what's the word I'm looking for? Theater of mind, but having a map overlay, especially when we're newer into the system, or if we have more complicated combats, is a good thing because it will help you guys out. And it's measured in meters. Usually it's yards, but we're doing meters because people don't like yards. A lot of people don't like yards because they make little sense. So, I'm trying to get everybody on the screen there. So we have that's a fun little setup right there. Well, I can't quite have everybody on the screen. So you have Laszlo and the innkeeper. What's it called? Tavern keeper is going to be down here in this corner. You have Chris Ellen. Like I said, up ahead, slightly behind a bit of a tree, so you can just barely see her. And she herself happens to be about 18 meters behind, what's his name? Oscar. Oscar, up ahead, you're able to see this person right over here fully. The person that's off to your right, around from that tree over here. The one up above, I mean, you heard them. You heard the presence of them. You don't know exactly where they are. At this point, we are actually, as you're kind of seeing these foes, going to roll initiative for the first time.
How do we roll initiative?
It's a really good question. It's a really funky system.
It's a dexterity initiative.
Yeah, it's a really funky system. And if I remember correctly, the way the initiative works is we roll it for, it works, please correct me if I'm wrong, Josh. It works kind of like Star Wars where you don't have a specific initiative. The team can choose who goes in what order? Or is it specific initiative like D&D?
I think it's specific.
Oh, it's like D&D, okay.
Each player makes an initiative roll. This dexterity initiative ability test. The GM rolls initiative for each, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
and then
we're good.
You each have an action and a minor
Cool.
action.
So we're going to roll that right now. And we'll have everybody give me their initiative score. And it's going to be like you just said, a dexterity
Just a dex check then?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I don't think there's even an initiative tracking button, unfortunately, on... Oh, no, wrong guy.
If you just right-click on us and do add turn.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do. And you're going to have to add your number on here. And we can make a macro that does this for you in the future as we're kind of like learning our little bugs in our first combat. I'm going to roll my 3d6s right now, and it looks like you're trying to say something. Yes.
Do we get stunt points off of initiative?
Belvin on yourself. Oh, but I'm sorry.
Because you can't succeed.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I figured.
Damn,
That's
okay.
why I asked, because it's a little bit of a weird thing there.
Okay.
So, and then we're going to do this. Bam. So one of these guys, the first one here, is going to have a 7. And the other one is going to have a 13. And then we're going to put everybody in appropriate order, descending, which means Oscar, funny enough, gets to go first. So, Oscar, that's a beautiful roll, like you had mentioned before about the stun points. Stun points, that's right. Stun points are used to break ties when you're rolling initiative.
Okay, there you go.
That's right.
That makes a lot of sense.
That forever ago. So, Oscar, first round of combat, first ever in our new campaign. You get to have initiative. You heard these boys creeping up on you. You don't know who they are, what they're doing. I'm also going to mark on the ground. Oh, actually, no, you haven't found anything else yet. So you, sir, can lead the way. What are we doing with your first turn? Oh, and for viewers, just so you know, in this system, one round of combat isn't like D&D where it's 6 seconds or other camp. In this one, it's 15 seconds long. So if you're describing one attack, it's not really one attack. It's one series of attacks that leads to one rolled result to kind of describe it, right? So it's a bit longer than maybe you're typically accustomed to. Take it away, sir.
So, I mean, for minor action, I'm going to move up to this boy here, which 2, 3, 4. These are 2 meter squares, right?
Yes, sir, they are.
Great. So that's 8 meters that I've moved with my minor action, which is plenty for me to then use my major action to attack him with my spear.
Beautiful.
Which will be a 12 with no stunt die.
Okay.
A little bit of a lame roll.
A 12 is actually going to hit their defense. Now, again, for viewers at home, defense is more or less their armor class or how difficult it is to hit them. Then they have something else called armor rating, which is a way to reduce the amount of damage that they take.
So they'll take 10 damage.
Shit. Oh my god, that is a lot of damage. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
that is just. I know you just described how it's a flurry of blows. This is not. This is just a precise moving up very quickly and then just one spear over directly into like the chest near the shoulder and just trying to, as much as I can, push him down to the ground, but not succeeding in doing so in this particular instance.
Yeah, again, it is very much like you said. It's one particular strike with this. Like you said, it's a slow-paced, quick kind of move up, and then kind of like preparing yourself with a shield as the person is also trying to defend themselves. And like you said, that stab with the. Oh, that is painful. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. That was beautiful. Oscar. Oscar. As you like rush up and attack this guy, did you let out any form of call or anything like that? I don't know if your character would, or if he would just fall in combat mode and rush forward.
He would just shout, 2 of them.
Okay. I mean, Laszlo, you're not far off from this boy. He's only 36 meters away. I mean, that's something you could easily hear. 2 of them, calling from there.
And I noticed them, right?
You actually don't see them at all. Remember, blind spot.
Blind spot.
Oh, okay. I'll just. So the first thing I'll do then, if I don't see them, is I can only go 10 meters. So I'll run towards Chrysalin. And then I'll use my major action to run, so I can double my movement. And then so I think it's 10. Let me double check. It is 10. Okay. Double move to get to her, and then I'll just. What was the list of minor actions? I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. I'm looking at it too. We'll see what happens.
You can melee attack up to 2 meters away, and that's all normal melee attacks, right?
That's correct.
That does lend one to believe that each square should be 2 meters rather than 1 meter, because otherwise you're attacking 2 squares away.
But it's harder to count, because like if you're doing your movements.
Yeah, because if somebody has an odd movement.
Yeah.
Right? No, we're gonna have to adjust it to 1 meters for future maps. Just I'm thinking that's because people could really pigpile on you.
Yeah, luckily right now we do have 2 meter increments for all of our movements, but if we ever get an offset, it's going to be a little
Yeah,
harder.
exactly. And again, we're going to do a lot of theater of the mind anyways, but all right, let's continue on.
Yeah.
So
and then I'll move. Do I know where Oscar went? Because he's still in the blind spot, right?
So where you are now, because the blind spot before you were at there's all these trees and whatnot that were in the way. You know what I mean? But now that where you are, you can actually see Oscar, even if just barely, around like over some like rocks that are over here. You know what I mean?
Currently stabbing someone.
Yeah.
All right. So then I will move. I want to stay where I can see Oscar, but I don't want to go fully out into an open area. And that'll be my turn.
So these are 2 meter squares still, just for this one particular combat there, Josh. So if you
so
okay.
20
so would have been here next to Chrysalin, like you had said.
Oh yeah, no, I was using the measuring tool.
Yep. So you were correct. I just don't know why you moved again.
Because I can move. Yeah. Major action, I can run, and then minor action, I can move.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay, cool.
So I can go 30 feet.
Yeah, that's
30
all
meters.
he does. Yeah.
But that's it. That's all I can do.
You can go one more if you wanted to, just so that you're aware, but you don't have to.
I don't want to go into the complete open.
Yep. I completely understand. Using your shortness to your advantage, like in real life. So you, that is your turn there. Coincidentally, you guys all rolled very well. I rolled for you. Chrysalin, it's your turn. You're welcome to move ahead. You know, Chrysalin, that not only are these trees a bit of an obstruction right here, but also this is a little bit of a hill. So if you wanted to move
I can't see him.
You cannot see him where he currently is. You can walk up this hill pretty comfortably. To run up it, though, you probably get like your hand in the dirt to kind of like like 3-leg run up,
Yeah, I would like to actually, if I could, move up to here and then sort of take cover so that really only my like top portion is sticking out so that I can fire at him.
Sure. So you're
Is that
lie in the dirt and keep your is it a crossbow you have?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you kind of like lie in the dirt and keep your chest and shoulders above the ledge there. Absolutely 100% could do that. Sure.
Okay.
And then the person that you'd be firing at, though, this one right here is still not actually seen by anybody. He's still hidden completely behind the trees.
Yeah.
It would be
I
this one
can't
right
see
here.
this guy?
You cannot see the one on the top left. Nope.
Fuck, okay.
He's still hidden behind a tree. You can see the one that's behind Oscar. Attacking into melee, you can imagine, cover and all that fun stuff.
You do see one, and I did shout 2 of them, so you know there's someone else about.
Yeah, I think that I would start looking for the other one. So, fuck, how
Roll a perception
much
check.
did I win? Or how much did I move? I mean, why did I say
Only 4 meters out of your 10.
Okay.
So with your 15 right there, Doxy, it's one of those things as you move up, it's just, I believe it's movement is a minor action, and then looking is going to be your other action, so you're not going to be able to attack after this. But looking around, you do in fact see that other guy. It's one of those, you kind of line up, you get yourself settled down, once again, kind of taking advantage of the cover, and being prone, in case there's a ranged attack, and you actually do kind of search this area, 2 of them. Okay, I see that fucker. Where is the other one? Where's the other one? And there he is. He's actually crouched down, literally trying to use the trunk of the tree as a bit of a cover from your sight. You can see that they have a sword out and they're getting ready to charge Oscar from behind.
Okay.
Good.
Then I would definitely yell behind you to Oscar.
Giving Oscar a little bit of an advantage, so this person is not going to gain a benefit of catching him off guard. So when he comes running down his movements to attack Oscar alongside his companion, Oscar is not caught off guard as I just said. So he comes rushing forward, sword out, and tries to attack.
He's trying to hit a
Oscar.
14. He's trying to hit a 14.
Okay. And my chance to hit, just to be clear here, is a plus. All right. Here we go. I gotta get all our macros and whatnot set up for this game. It's gonna be fun. What was my third die? I got doubles. My third die is a 6. Oh my god, this is really devastating for Oscar. 6 stunt die the first attack.
Nah, I'm not bothered.
Okay, well, we'll see if your organs are. Oh god. So
You can do a very fatal, like you can do a bit. I think it's called lethal blow or something. It's plus 2d6 to the attack roll, I think.
Yeah, I'm doing it right here. So dual strike is a fun one. So you can hit second target. Whereas lethal blow, like you said, extra 2d6 damage.
Yep. I think I've done a little bit of math on this, and I think if you've got a pretty good bonus, and this is not to help you out too much, but it might be better to do lightning strike to attack a second time, and then add 1d6 as well from the other stunt.
Well, no, it's not just that. I also like the idea of, so there's a rapid, like you said, there's the whatever, but I also seize the initiative was a fun one too. Mm-hmm. No, but I think I want this guy catching you off guard. I think I want to do the lethal blow. It makes sense to me for this moment. Sorry, sir.
No. You gotta do what you gotta do.
So he is wielding a short sword, and he does get a small benefits to damage because he's yep. So we're gonna do that
Because
and,
he's young.
2d6. Okay, here we go. So grand total 17 points of damage. Yeah. Oh my god.
That's bad. Chat, that's bad.
A lot of damage.
For everybody else.
Yeah, so hold on, that puts me at...
I mean, for one hit, that's a hell.
Oh, absolutely. It does put me at 37, and I will modify that on the tracker here.
So what's her name there? Crescelian gives you that warning. Behind you! And he comes running up from behind, just as she warned you to. Mm-hmm. And it's one of those things where you saw the attack coming, and so as he comes up behind you, you just stab the guy, you pull the spear out, and you throw the shield up just in time to stop that initial attack from hitting. But he also heard the behind you happening, and that initial attack wasn't a sword, instead of fist, literally kind of like throwing his body weight into it, and like his fist and everything to kind of like slamming against his shield to stop himself from the full-on run he was doing, and then kind of reaches around the shield and stabs you right into the chest. Your armor catching most of it. I don't know your armor rating. Did that reduce 5? Okay,
5.
so that's 17, 12.
12. So
Okay.
I need to add 4. No, sorry. Need to add what? What is that? 5 back on. That makes sense. That's how math works.
Yep.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
So he does stab around and stabs you right inside the shoulder. Your armor catching a good amount of the blow, but ooh, you're going to feel that one. And it is the other guy's turn. The other guy is actually going to try to stumble back out of combat, which I believe it does not provoke an attack of opportunity in the system to do so, as he uses his minor action to do it. Correct me if I'm wrong for that one.
I think it's.
I've not seen any attack of opportunities.
Yeah, no. There's no
this-
there is no reaction. So
Okay. So he tries to stumble.
There is kind of
is there?
with prepare.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
If you prepare for it, yes.
So
To be fair, Scott, you did have 1 stump point left. You could have skirmished and pushed Oscar back.
You
1
could've.
square.
Oh, yeah, okay. We'll just say I did that. That's fine. And then we'll
Sure.
keep this guy where he was. That's fine. That all works great.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like as he stabbed him, kind of like that blow into his chest stumbled backwards. Oscar kind of falling back into a phalanx protective position as he stumbles back from the blow. Perfect. Thank you, Josh. Once again, as we're all kind of like learning the rules. The other one actually does step around. He kind of like, as he took that blow, he's standing there and he's very injured. He actually is going to, as he moves behind his companion here and looks to kind of like retreat away, he actually places a hand on his friend's shoulder and says something under his breath. Oscar, you're the only one close enough to hear it. Roll me an intelligence check really quickly.
Is this arcane lore in any way? Just before checking.
Intelligence check.
Just intelligence?
Arcane lore would give you a +2.
Oh, well, I do have arcane lore.
No,
so
I know. So the
okay.
intelligence check means that
That's
you
what I'm asking.
identify this very quickly as being gnomish, which
Yep,
you
okay.
speak, right?
Do I? Good question. I don't even remember what languages I speak. Very helpful.
I think you do speak gnomish because you hunt.
I
them
think
down.
I do.
Yeah. So moving on. Funny soul saw. Funny. Nice.
Yes, I do.
So you speak Gnomish. So you actually are not only able to understand what he's saying, but because of your +2 for arcane lore, you're able to identify the spell that he's casting. He's actually places his hand on the guy's shoulder. He says some words in Gnomish that you're able to identify as an enhancement that he's doing. He's literally casting magic through the guy's shoulder, and you can literally see a bit of frost going down the guy's shoulder as the sword itself starts to get a bit of a glow to it. And it's so cold, it's condensing the air around it, making a little bit of snow fall into the ground around the guy. He's literally frosting this guy's weapons, so they do additional damage. He says that, and like I said, he walks back, trying to back away, take cover from it. Clearly, whoever that was is some sort of a caster. That is their turn. This brings us back to the top of initiative with Oscar's turn, sir.
Great. Well, I'm just gonna throw I'm gonna throw my throwing spear at him. So I'm just at this gentleman here. I'm gonna use my minor action to prepare my throwing spear, and then throw my throwing spear with my major action.
Okay.
So 15 to hit.
Yeah, that 15 is unfortunately for me going to definitely hit, and you're throwing it like you said at the caster back here. Right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Dealing a whopping 10 damage again.
What's the range of your throwing spear? I'm sorry, did you cover that?
It's 20 meters. Basically.
Oh, yeah. And he's
at 14.
14, so he's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you 10 more points of damage.
Yep. Aiming exactly in the same spot that I stabbed earlier to just rip open his chest as much as possible.
So you line up that attack. So you're injured yourself, but you just kind of take that step back and you just like hurl it, and it lands, if not in the same exact spot, pretty damn close to it. And the guy, and it's one of those things where as he takes the spear, he does one of those like spinning falls. As he drops from the weight of it. If he's dead or alive, you don't know, but he's definitely lying there, not really moving at the moment.
He's lying down. Focus on the one near me.
So that was, of course, your turn. Laszlo, it's your turn, sir. You can barely see kind of what happens. You saw a person kind of like reach out. You saw like an arm reach, a little bit of movement. Again, it's hard to see with how low you are with that little bit of a hill in front of you. And you saw in your field of view somebody kind of like running by and a spear go flying after them. So.
All right, so I'm gonna run here. That's 8 meters. for my minor. Putting that guy at 10 meters, and you're gonna see this for the first time. You probably see Laszlo is very aggressive in his face, and he runs his hand down his arm as you see electricity starts flowing over the scars again, and he holds his hand out as he casts Jolt on the guy.
Ooh, baby.
So it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it was successful. Okay, so first time people saying this, casting magic in Fantasy Age, you have to hit a target number every time. If you don't hit it, it fails. It doesn't matter what spell it is. So that's what the success is on the bottom that you can see. So and does 15 hit him?
Yeah, 15 hits.
Okay, so he takes
15's
immediately.
high.
He takes 2 points of penetrating damage immediately. And then he has to do a Constitution stamina test against 14.
Okay.
If anyone's wondering, this is why I have a focus in stamina.
Against a 14. He's actually not a wimpy person. So.
Ooh, that's a pretty good roll.
All right, he is stunned and cannot take a major action. Only a single minor action.
Oh no, that sucks because it just enhanced his weapon. Okay.
So you see as Lazo runs his hands, the lightning sparks up under his skin, under the scarring, and it jumps from his hand in a loud crack, and jumps from his fingers to this man, and this guy is just like shaking. I guess I don't know how he reacts to it.
So like you said, it stuns him. You know what I mean? You mess this guy up with that attack that you just did.
It's piercing damage.
As he's holding on to it, piercing damage just means that he just takes 2 points of damage.
Yeah, his armor can't soak it.
Okay, not a problem. After you is going to be who? Doxy?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Give me a second.
Wonder if you get any advantage attacking a stunned person.
This guy is down, not dead, right?
To be clear, you can't break up your movement, I don't think, in this system. You can't move.
That's correct. It's
like
either
6
a
and then
minor.
4. Yeah, just like old school D&D, not like 5e D&D. Go ahead, Doxy.
Yeah.
This guy is down, not dead, right?
Correct. He ran behind the tree, and you literally saw him as he's running, mostly out of your view. Takes a thing, kind of like spin, and he dropped. You probably can't even see him with where he is. But this guy has an open shot between you and him.
All right.
Josh, look at the stun thing.
My speed is 12, by the way, not 10.
Yeah.
Speedy.
I'm going to take 2 meters of speed or 4 meters of speed to stand up from prone, so you know. But you can definitely.
I'm not standing up. Why would I stand up?
I agree with
It's half. It's half.
Oh, half to stand up. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take aim, so I get a +1 to my attack roll here.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, you do.
You already have it fixed on your character sheet, so it's not going to nan you, correct?
So it's what?
Nan is not a number.
I don't know.
You have a.
Check
we'll
it
find
out.
out.
Bonus
So
2.
it's a 14.
Yeah, +1 to that.
And then I have 3 stunt points.
Okay, so I will show you how to do that in a second. But for now, let's just do the action. So a 14
Hold on,
does...
I have stunt points.
Yep, 14 does hit, which means you can use your stunt points. And Josh, just find out about the whole stun bit. Go ahead, Dox.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Right.
Man, you could just make a second attack.
You could just make a second attack.
You could
Oh,
just
no.
No, because you're a
you have to-
reload.
you have to reload with that
Yeah.
weapon. Yeah, it's a crossbow.
I think that I will do
Ooh, pierce armor. Their armor rating is halved. I mean, it's probably not
only
that high.
against this attack, though.
Ooh, mighty blow, Dox.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Yeah, and knock.
Um,
oh my god.
And rapid reload.
Okay, hear me out, though, guys.
You do you.
I'm hearing you out.
Dox.
I'm thinking I knock prone since Oscar is up there. And then I rapid reload.
I am A-okay with that plan. Prone and stunned would be very
You
entertaining.
technically have one more point after that, too. Do you want to stay aware?
I only have No, I don't.
Oh, you rolled
I
3.
have
I'm sorry. I thought you
yeah.
rolled 4. I'm so sorry. So, okay, cool. You knock prone. So you knock the enemy prone. Any... Oh, wow. That's beautiful. So it's one of those things where you take that shot and you deal how much damage, Docs?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta roll damage. Yeah.
Because he's not been hurt yet.
Oh.
9?
No.
9?
No. Hold on. Is it? Oh, God, it is. That's the
2d6
short sword
plus
damage.
2. Crossbow does that? Just double checking. I have the thing open right here.
Yeah.
Crossbow very well could. She's probably right. Crossbow.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that doesn't so damage. 2d6 plus 1, and she has an additional 1 for her ranged, her dexterity. Cool.
Hell yeah.
So beautiful. You do
Hell yeah.
9 points of damage to the guy, and once same as the guy just before him. You just the way you hit him, it literally hits him on the inner thigh, and just the weight kind of collapses the knee backwards. It's like kind of like jukes the knee a bit to the side, almost like a buddy, hitting you from behind while you're walking, and it's caused him to collapse onto the ground, both stunned, unable to react, and hit by that bolt. So he collapses to the ground before you. Beautiful. Love it. And you immediately afterwards get that crossbow ready for another shot.
I would also like to yell if talking is a free action.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
I would say, I will save you both if you give us answers.
After that is going to be the guy on the ground's turn. He has no major action. He can only take a minor action. Correct, Josh?
Yeah, he only gets a minor action. He gets 1 minor action. Okay, so Scott, what I found is that there is attack roll modifiers. It doesn't say anything about stun specifically, at least not yet. But if the attacker is on a higher ground, defender is prone, melee attacker or allies outnumber 2 to 1 or whatnot.
So it's probably going to be something that affects the defense too. There might be defense modifiers as well. So we'll kind of leave you to continue searching that for a minute. The guy that's on the ground holding his sword, now outnumbered 3 to 1, seeing you having thrown your spear. He's stunned. He's got an arrow in his leg. Like, it's just one of those things where sometimes you just have to throw in the towel and never surrender. And so he actually is going to use his turn to... It's very difficult, but he's going to push himself up and stand up from prone and prepare himself for the oncoming onslaught. It's your turn next, Oscar.
Oh, is that guy just down?
It's a good question. You don't know yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to move over this way here with, no, that's reasonable spacing for now. Actually, hold on. I want to keep moving. I'm going to go check on this boy. You guys have got this handled.
What's your speed?
12.
So you can't move through somebody's square, so you have to
Right.
do one of these.
That's fine. And then I'm going to use my major action to charge, and I'm just going to run through him with my spear.
Oh, you already threw your spear, didn't you?
No, I have throwing spears, and I have my other short spear as well. I prepared my short spear first, which basically meant taking it out, and then threw it with my major. So I used my minor and my major both.
They both have the same chance to hit and everything? Okay, cool.
Yep.
So just to make sure that we're not mixing them up. Cool. And so like you can draw your spear as you're walking, and so that's what you would have done, and then you charge this guy through. The other one, he like weakly makes an attack at you as you're going past him, but he's still like as he's like, still trying to stand up, stunned, all that fun stuff, kind of stumbles, almost falls again.
You may move up to half your speed, rounded down in yards, and then make a melee. So I had to move an additional, 3?
You're fine,
or
yep.
4 to get him there. So I'm good. And then I get a +1 to my attack roll here with the short spear.
Also, he's prone, so probably an additional +1.
Is it?
Additional +1 for attack roll.
For attack roll.
Stunning is just that. Is just removing their major action.
Cool, thank you.
That's a
definitely
15
a hit, sir.
to hit, and then just an additional 8 damage, just stabbing into the ground, aiming for the neck.
Okay, you kill the caster on the ground. He was not dead yet. He was in fact doing something. Roll me a perception check as you roll up arcane lore.
Sure. Perception, arcane lore, or because arcane lore is intelligence. So
Intelligence, arcane lore. You know what? Before I give you a result, roll me a perception too to see if you can even hear it. Beautiful check.
13.
Okay. You heard him incanting. You heard him casting a spell, whatever. Actually, he was casting a type of healing spell as you went up there. And you ended that happening. He had 2 HP left.
Yeah, no chances.
He has no 2 HP left. So anyways, that's that. After Oscar's turn, as he kind of like, steps past this guy, shield between him and the other guy, drawing out his spear, and then charges up and
shout back after I stab him in the neck. He's dead. He was casting healing magic, and then just turn around and spear out over the shield.
Laszlo, sir?
Laszlo will, let me make sure I did this right. He'll pull out his, for his minor action, he'll pull out his arcane device, his wand, and he holds it out at the guy, and you see him start mumbling, and he'll mumble something under his breath in Gnomish and cast Arcane Blast. And it's kind of odd, because at first you see this like fire almost start forming at the tip, and he's like, and then Laszlo shakes his head, and then he points it at the guy like harder, like I'm gonna point harder, and electricity shoots out from it.
Oh,
so 16.
The fire you're saying turned into like an electricity.
Electricity, yeah.
Gotcha.
Arcane Blast with 5 stunt points. Jesus.
Yeah. So let me make sure.
Well, that's 16 hits. Jesus. Mind you, this doesn't count as casting, counts as combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lethal blow?
Probably. I just want to make sure the damage, because it's specific.
Lightning attack? That just is funny.
It's willpower. Okay, so it's +4.
With the situation.
Yep, so it'll shoot out, it'll attack the guy. I'm gonna do, this is the base damage. And then I'm gonna do, I have 5.
God.
I'm gonna do lethal blow, so 2d6.
Okay. I was like, lightning attack and disarm are a cool option too.
Yeah.
So 17.
And Doxy had already a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy stands there, like he's finally starting to shake off the magic that you had done to him beforehand. He's holding his sword in his hand that has the frost and whatnot coming off of it. And then he turns towards you because the other guy ran past him and he's just like, fuck, like there's that guy. He's going to have to do some amount of damage before he knows he's going to die here. He's going to have to do some amount of damage first. Then he sees his target. An unarmored, practically unarmed gnome sitting there. Oh, that's an easy hit. So he turns towards you and he starts taking 2 steps forward, staggered steps forward, and then you throw out your lightning and he's like, and he puts his sword forward, trying to like deflect the blow, and it's just a conductor, and you can just see all the snow just kind of like all around the sword as the electricity goes up and goes through his body. And it's one of those, like, it's an entire body vibrations and whatnot. You can see his hair start to blow back and standing on end and everything. He continues
and his
to
bones
stand.
flash.
X-ray. He continues to stand there for a solid like 2.5 seconds or so before finally he drops to the ground. The smell of burning flesh, the char marks all up and down his body, too familiar to 2 of you to be comfortable. Even lying on the ground, he continues much like a chicken with their head cut off, or frog legs with salt put on them, to twitch for a little while.
Laszlo's not dumb enough to go walking up to a person.
So Oscar takes his throwing spear out of this dead man, which I assume was still trapped in his shoulder somewhat.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yes. Why?
I just couldn't see what was going on back there.
Oh, no, I'm fine. Got stabbed, but I mean, apart from that, yeah, doing fine.
I think the guy, this guy's dead.
Yeah, so is this one. And Oscar picks this caster up by his clothes and just kind of throws him over the shoulder and starts walking him back slowly. You know, he's not light, but he essentially starts fireman carrying this guy back to the group.
Crystalline, before you say anything, sorry. While you are lying on the ground, you had rolled such awesome perception checks. Literally, while you're lying on the ground, you notice something on the ground not far in front of you. You actually see it there, and if you want to, you can reach out and grab. A wand lying there.
I wouldn't touch it.
Okay.
I would make note of where it was. And as Oscar got close, you'd see her tapping her boot, and she would point to the ground and she'd be like, on your ass, now.
Oscar looks confused
Right now.
at that. Are you asking me to sit down?
Yes. And I'm not asking, I'm telling.
One moment, please. And he chucks the guy that he's carrying over his shoulder onto the ground. Wasn't expecting you guys to kill the other one. And Oscar will sit down, and as he leans back, you see him bleeding profusely from underneath his chest piece there.
Yep. And I'm going to cast Healing Touch on him. And I don't know how much it costs. I'm so sorry. Give me one moment here.
You might have recorded it in your magic there. It should be MP cost up in the top left-ish.
1 to 3, you can choose.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. All right, yeah. I will do the mighty healing touch of 46.
Ooh. I feel very special. And also touched.
Literally.
Wait, what? Why did that happen?
You have
Because
to-
I clicked the wrong one.
You also
No.
have to successfully cast a spell first. So
You have to successfully cast a spell.
So you have to
Got
go to
it.
the spells page first, yeah.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. So, cast
Oh,
spell. There it is.
there you
Sorry
go.
about that.
Holy sh!
Well,
And now I can roll the 46.
You could also probably make it free.
yeah. How much does that cost in mana?
I want you to know also,
Foxy.
you put me exactly back up at full.
Yeah.
Nice.
Foxy, how much does that cost in mana? That
3.
It costs you 3 to do that?
Yeah.
And you have how many set points? 5?
5.
You can
It
reduce.
takes 2, so
You can
she can make it would cost you 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I was negotiating. I don't appreciate 2 dead men instead of 2 speaking men. And she's like pointing back and forth between you as after she like touches him and you watch his like wounds knit together.
Oscar like looks at you very like almost confused for a moment.
It's my job to speak. It's my job to get information. We have no idea why those men were here. We may have just scared them. These may be innocent men. And now I've seen a body before I wanted to see a body.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, I didn't know we weren't supposed to kill him. Normally you don't take prisoners.
We do if we need to, and I apologize. He was casting magic. It was safer. And I apologize for that, but I made the call.
Next time, break the hands. Silence the mouth. Do not snuff out the man
Be honest,
when I'm in the middle of negotiations.
I aimed for the tongue.
From the back.
From the back, admittedly. But yes, I aimed for the tongue. I
Very
was
cross.
hoping that we would have at least one alive, and I apologize, Laszlo. I should have communicated that with you as well.
I'm not used to taking prisoners. Sorry.
That
Well-
said, I do feel safe
We're alive.
alongside you two, but I'm very, very cross, and this will not happen again. Not
Oscar
without
kind of-
thorough discussion, at least.
Oscar kind of glints and then looks over at the caster. Laszlo, we should search the body to see if we can salvage any information.
Yes. Yeah. And just to get any way away from this conversation.
She'll actually grab Laszlo's shoulder, be like, "First, you'll want to look at that," and she points to the wand in the dirt.
Yeah. I'll go grab it. Laszlo's gonna grab it and then I'll go. Okay. Oh, this must be it. Great, Crystal. That was awesome. Oh, this I mean, okay. I'll just stick it in. He sticks it in a pocket, and I'll go back to the other body and say, "Let's find everything we want to check at once. I could search them faster that way."
Okay.
And yeah, I just want to search the body, I guess.
I'm gonna walk over to the other body then and carry it over as well, and just walk him over and place them both down next to each other. And is there anything you need my help with, Laszlo?
You have different eyes than I do. Maybe you could see something that I miss.
Griselin, that goes for you as well. We all have a different perspective. He means literal eyes, but as well, our training is different. We should learn as much as we can about these men.
I'll take a glimpse at them too, kind of holding in my lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So just perception search.
Is that also obvious that you're like very, very nauseous?
Would that be a Constitution check?
It would
to
be,
see
yeah.
how well or maybe
Yeah, Constitution check
maybe
works.
Communication, persuasion.
No. Constitution, I think, is a good one because it's literally how well you hold your stomach. Yeah, and you're doing fine. Again, you're holding your stomach well enough. I imagine you're RPing, grievance of the situation, but your character's not about to lose her lunch over this.
And she wouldn't want them to know. Like, the only thing that she wants to convey to them right now is utter disgust and disappointment.
So Oscar hands back he was carrying a cask of meat on him. It was one of the small little casks of meat, and he says, "Open this, put it by your nose."
She will sit down. She will just like kind of fall back on the earthen hill and swig out of it for a second. And she has like her hands resting on her knees.
It's real good mead.
And
you got the good stuff.
And her eyes kind of scan the corpses, and she says, "This will do a great deal towards getting you back in my good graces right now."
Just keeps more. I've got more. Let me know.
Actually, Chrisellen, if you don't want to do this, get the guard. He might have recognized these from the last fight. He was at the last fight. Maybe these got away.
He's a tavern keeper.
She'll whistle at him, like place her pinkies in her mouth and whistle at him. And she still is gonna look because like it's her job too,
All right. So I don't have search, so I'm just doing flat.
And I'm doing perception as well, and we'll see how this goes. Not very good.
Definitely gonna have to put a
mine
focus
was
in that.
really bad.
Yeah.
But you got a stun point, Docs. And Laz, you're rolling. Oh, your perception is sexy as fuck.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So as you guys are doing your different eye perceptions, I'm gonna see Chrisellen. What are you using your stunt point for before I do anything else? Oh,
this
actually,
would be an exploration, right?
Yeah, and it's one of those things. Just to be clear,
you have to succeed.
You do have to succeed, but you're aiding. Like you're all kind of aiding each other. So I'm fine with that. You still use a stunt point to help out the group.
The only thing that I have is the advantageous positioning, which I don't think would really even help us
You're
out.
sitting down. You actually might have a good perspective on something that maybe.
All right, sure. I'll use that then.
Yeah, but to be fair though, your character's sitting down is like Laszlo standing up.
Okay, maybe the Oscar couldn't see then.
You're not wrong, sir.
Two different sets of eyes from the same angle.
Yeah, totally.
All right, so as you guys are searching around, looking for what you find, what you happen to find lying on the ground is the next break. So why don't we take our last break for the evening before we come back and finish up the show. So we'll be right back, everybody. It was fun to have our first ever combat in the system for 3 of us PCs and the 3 of us players, sorry, and first time for the campaign. So we'll be right back. Burp, burp.